Hey you guys, Matt Allen, Tim Little, welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today kicks off our 2022 Holiday Buyer's Guide series. We are starting on a Sunday so we can pack them all in time. Today we're doing rod and reel combos under $100, plus or minus.
We're super excited to do this Holiday Buyer's Guide series again. This is something we've done for the last several years and it continues to grow. You guys are always asking questions, especially with the holiday sales coming up here for Black Friday. So it's just perfect to be able to go through all of these different price points and save you guys some money during the holidays. So I'm gonna kick it off with my first setup. Got the Shimano Celis paired with the Shimano NexSave. Now, my kids use these rods. I use these rods. They're very durable. There's a handful of models, and I actually really like the blue, but they're really durable. And paired that up with the NexSave. This is a reel that Matt and I played around with last year at iCast. Very smooth. Some of this stuff, it's hard to believe that they're down at the price points that they are, but very durable, and it's lasted at least a year. Super smooth. I really like this combo. We didn't add the actual casting models in here, but those are great as well. There's a handful of different models in there, so we'll link those down below. But this is my start-off spinning combo. The Celis paired up with the NexSave. It's a win-win.
I've got the Daiwa Aired X paired to a Revros. It's amazing to me. This is the second or third year that we've done the buyer's guides where we've reached down. In the past, we cut the buyer's guides off. It started at $200 combo, so $100 rod, $100 reel. The reason why was if you went below that at all, the quality was gone. That was where you had to go to actually find key features, reels that would last, things that mattered. And in the last few years, the industry across the board has poured themselves into some of that more budget-friendly gear, and there are actual standouts now. And that's why we're starting here at $100 combos before we go to $200 tomorrow, $300 the next day, because we are going literally 7 days a week for a while, so you don't want to miss a day. But the Daiwa Aired X paired with that Revros is a very balanced combo, a very comfortable combo, and one that I personally put a ton of time into. I've talked about this before, where I spooled this up with a Senko on a road trip, and I had Sierra, my older daughter, with us, and I had a Senko on it for her, and it would go lake to lake with us. I never put a Senko on another rod. I caught so many fish by snatching that rod up. I've caught a ton of fish on this combo. The Aired X tends to be a little bit more parabolic, so they're going to be a little softer than you expect for each power, but just a rocking combo for the price.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the more parabolic bend applies to most of these combos. And to touch on what Matt said, I think across the industry, with so many more anglers getting into fishing, I think the majority of these companies saw that, and that's why they've kind of poured a lot more technology into these lower price points.
Yeah,
but it's a win-win for all of us, right? All right, next combo that I have for you guys is going to be the Denali Riker paired up with the Shimano Caius. Now again, parabolic. These rods, 5 models in casting, more parabolic, so go a power up if you are looking to get more power than what is listed on the rod. But these rods, the reason I added these in there, they're great for reaction fishing, throwing square bills, throwing top waters, throwing spinner baits. With that more parabolic bend, you're gonna have a lot more opportunity to get those fish to the boat once you hook them. And then again, paired up with that Shimano Caius, this is another great entry-level, budget-friendly reel that you can put braid or fluorocarbon on, depending on if you're finesse fishing or reaction fishing, totally up to you, but this is another great combo.
My next one is from 13 Fishing. This is the Defy Black casting rod paired with the Origin R1 reel. Let me start with the reel. The reel at like $59, don't quote me, I think that's about where it's at. 18 pounds of drag. It's ridiculous. And I mean, it has, if I lock this thing down, it has true stopping power. So you can actually power fish with it. paired up to the Defy Black because this is the first rod line at this price point that is truly a full line. A full range of sizes and actions, all the way up, if you spend a few bucks more, all the way up into dedicated swim bait rods. Just a really solid bang for the buck that you can't go wrong with a real option that can actually handle power fishing.
Yeah, as you kind of grow your arsenal, like Matt said, there's a dedicated line. You could literally fish spinning, casting, and have all the same brand, same model per se, different models within the lineup, yeah. But you could have your whole fishing arsenal all one brand, so it's pretty cool. Same thing with my next one. It's going to be the Dobyns Colt paired up with the Origin F1. Dobyns been around for a long time. The Colt series is a series they introduced several years ago. A little bit lower price point, but again, you get your lineup all the way through. This specific one, this is a 734. This is probably the most universal rod in their casting lineup. It's medium heavy power, but you can do a lot of things on it. You could throw a Texas rig, a Carolina rig. You could flip with it, light flipping, light swim baits. You could do almost everything on it. But then if you need to, there's different rods in the lineup that you can do different techniques with. And then again, paired up with that 13 Fishing Origin F1, like Matt talked about, that one had 18 pounds of drag. This one has 20 pounds of drag. So if you are frog fishing, you throw some braid on there, get a 735, 736 maybe, and then you can full-on braid power fish on a combo that's right around that price point.
Now, I will say, as we're talking about these models, this is to help you guys. This is for the guy who wants to buy himself something new, wants to know what direction to go. As we near the holidays, this is for family members to help find something for a fisherman, because that's really difficult. So you can share these videos with loved ones, because in the description, it's laid out so simply. So as we're talking about these, what we want you to understand, those first two spinning rods, those are true $100 combos. After that, we start to branch out of that a little bit. It's hard to do in a casting. Right. The closest is that Defy Black. That's the closest. And on sale, it's well within. Once you get to Riker, you're up like another 10 bucks or something like that. That Dobyns reaches all the way out.
Yeah.
Right? You're like 40 or 50 bucks over budget, but a sale makes a huge difference getting you back close. My last one is kind of right there about like the Dobyns. This is the Fate Black. I want that reel, actually. I brought this one with no reel because I didn't have two of the F1, but I put the F1 on this rod as well. Here's the interesting thing. Here we are in this is the Fate Black, 13 Fate Black. Here we are in our first video of the series. We haven't even started to reach into high end whatsoever. This rod is in my main lineup of rods. This is my popper rod. This is the 6'7" medium. It's a little shorty rod, and I love it. I love throwing a popper on this rod. It does such a good job. I caught some giants on it this year. It's just one of those rods that has a perfect load up, perfect feel. And for every one of these lines of rods, in the video description, we'll not only link to Tackle Warehouse where you can get that item, we'll give you our favorite models for each one. But for me, I had to have this in here. That 6'7" is always in my boat. I love that thing.
Yeah, the whole reason we do this is to help you guys. We know that fishermen are probably the hardest people to buy for. At least that's what my wife says, probably your wife. So you can share these videos with your loved ones. We'll have links linked to all the different products. They can click on it, buy it. But just know that the things that we're talking about are included in the sale, even if they're not advertised. Some companies can't advertise, but if you complete the purchase, you will see the discount on there. Real quick about spinning, let's talk about line.
Yeah, that's perfect, because we are talking budget, so I think that's really important.
Yeah, you know, you've probably heard us say throughout the years that if you want to increase sensitivity on any rod, throw braided line.
Right.
Throw braided line to a leader, you're going to gain sensitivity right off the top. So if you're a power fisherman or you're a finesse fisherman, get yourself some braid. That's Power Pro. That's 10 pound. If you want to throw you know, spinner baits or Texas rigs, heavier stuff, you can go with bigger braid, go to a leader. If you want to go straight fluorocarbon on some of your finesse techniques, Sunline, FC Sniper is the way to go.
Yeah.
But typically spinning, I'm going braid to leader. If I'm fishing ultra clear water, I'll go straight fluorocarbon. And then on my reaction stuff, I'm going braid to leader. And braid just lasts longer. You're not spending as much money. You know, you start buying these spools for every rod, it gets expensive. But braid, you can use it an entire season, just change out your leader, and you will save some money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't understand that because they see the cost of braid up front compared to the cost of a spool of fluoro. So they go fluoro. It's very convenient. It's very easy. But over the course of a year, braid is much cheaper because it lasts. But it's up to you which way you want to go. So with casting gear, that was for spinning gear. With casting gear, I have two more for you. If you're going the fluoro route on a budget, I don't think you can beat the Seaguar Basics that came out last year. Is it the perfect line? No. Is it the best line? No. Is it a really good line for the price?
Inexpensive? Yeah.
Absolutely. It's hands down the least expensive fluoro on the market and a great way to go if you're trying to figure out what you want to use.
Right.
If you want to go the braid route on casting gear, Suffix 832 is a really good, affordable way to go. That's a line that we both use a lot. In that 832, with these types of combos, unless I'm dedicating a frog rod or something like that, but you're typically not at budget, right? You're looking for all-around combos. 30 to 40 pound braid is great. A 40 pound braid is so thin that you can tie a 12 pound leader to it, a 15, a 20.
Or
you can
6,
do all sorts of different things with that and be just fine. So with that, you think we should wrap it up there?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. What do we got next?
We've got tomorrow, we've got $200 combos, then 300, 400, and beyond from there. We're looking forward to it, guys. We're really excited to be getting this buyer's guide kicked back off. We love doing these. We know you guys enjoy them. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you tomorrow.